you're going to give them access to really high ground. Higher than you think. Where is the really high ground? Really higher than you think. And this is an example from Australia. And I love this. And I was like, okay, you put your horses in a safe place, which was the arena, and apparently it was not high enough ground. So could we raise those areas? Could we put in dirt? We could, those kind of things, and really make them nice and high, because that may save your horses someday, right? If that's the highest ground around. I also have to talk a little bit about mitigation. This is a girlfriend of mine's place out in Washington. You notice her property right here. Here's her house, and it's green. And that is the fire line for a recent fire that came to her facility. This is her property. That's the neighbor's property. It literally burned to the fence line and ran out of energy because she had been taking care of her fence lines, doing the mitigation, limbing the trees up, getting the fuels off the ground, and the trees are still green. It burned through, stopped at the fence and into her pastures, and she had allowed her animals to graze it really hard because she knew it was fire season, and it literally stopped right there. So huge success and wonderful. Next thing is, if you're going to get this kind of information, what is the apps that you need? What kind of radios do you need? Did you guys know down in Australia, did you guys know that you've got a national test coming up in a week or so? They're testing this new Oz Alert thing. So I was doing some Googling and I found that. What is it that works for you? Here in the United States, there's Watch Duty, and a lot of people have been on Watch Duty. I was using Watch Duty when it wasn't even available on the East Coast because I was watching my friends out in other places burn, right? It's $25 to be a member so you can get all the extra things. It's great. And guess what they're doing now? They're doing the flooding because they realized flooding and fires are easy to do because they involve some of the same, cycles of, hey, we've got a situation here. We need to warn these people. We need to get out. We've got evacuation zones. It's the same kind of game, right? So I encourage you to take a look at that. I have a membership in Watch Duty. And then, of course, all the keys to success. How do you get them out early? What are you going to, there's not going to be extra fuel at the gas stations. Once there's a disaster called, where are you going to get fuel? You better have extra fuel. Things like that. Who's your partners? Do you have phone numbers for the people that you may need to help move animals out of harm's way? Are you going to be part of your community's effort to help other people move their animals, right? And what is the pre-coordinated places to take the animals? In general, the government organizations should be doing some of that, but as a public person, as a private person, you can help the public folks do some of those kind of things. And I was very proud of some of the CARTs, the county animal response teams, in the recent fires out in Colorado, because they've been doing those kind of things, right? So you can look at a million things on the internet about how to identify your animals. I don't care really what you do. I care that you put a microchip in your animal so you can prove it's yours and it can be found later, and you do some kind of external ID, whatever it is. People argue about all these kind of things, whatever. I don't care. Put a microchip in it. I prefer a freeze brand on the outside, and then I also like to have some kind of attached information that's got so that you can get it back to you, right? And then who's going to pick up your horses and transport your horses, right? There you are on the side of the road and you don't have a horse trailer. So you have friends. I hope you have friends. Use a quarter, call somebody that cares. But are you their priority, or are they going to go move their horses first? That's the problem. And they probably will move their horses first. So don't get mad. And have you done your trailer space math?